Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is August 28th, and that means day 240 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode from the movie The Fifth Element, we printed out this cool Mangalore bust, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 240 of the 3DP 365 project. Today we printed out this very cool Mangalore bust from the movie The Fifth Element, one of my all-time favorite movies. And our print turned out awesome. I am very happy with the results. This is such a detailed model, and I really captured all the detail with my gMax 1.5 XT Plus. And Jeff, the guy who sculpted this, the modeler who actually sculpted this model, he did such a really good job of capturing the look of the Mangalores. And if you're unfamiliar with the movie The Fifth Element, definitely check it out. The Mangalores are a bunch of thugs and henchmen that Mr. Zorg, played by Gary Oldman, hires to go get the fifth element. And these guys are basically a bunch of bumbling idiots. But the character design on these is amazing. They are really, really well done. And it's a practical effect too. So if you watch the movie, all the little mechanics in the face and everything, that's all practical. It's not digital. There is some digital work done. But these are sculpted. These are definitely done by a makeup effects artist. And Jeff did an amazing job of capturing the detail. And of course, he is an amazing artist too. If you check out his information down below in the description, you can see he's posted over 150 models over on Thingiverse. And if you're unfamiliar with Jeff, you've probably been living under a rock if you own a 3D printer, because everybody in the community has printed at least one of his models at least once. I mean, he's got such cool stuff there. There's Star Wars stuff, there's all kinds of movie sculpts, movie character model sculpts, there's comic book characters. He's done the hairy unicorn, which I know I've actually printed and most of us have printed. And recently he posted this really cool dragonfly model that I'm very anxious to print because it looks really, really cool. But today, from his collection, we printed the Mangalore from The Fifth Element. And our print turned out awesome. And once we had it downloaded from the Thingiverse collection, we sent it over to Simplify 3D for slicing. In Simplify 3D, I used a 0.16mm layer height to capture all the detail of this really awesome model. 3 top layers, 3 bottom layers, and 3 perimeters. And I also used 10% infill on this model because I wanted to make sure it was all the areas that have a little bit of a curve to them. And there wasn't too much infill being used on these ears because we did generate support material. And I did run this out at 35 millimeters per second. I ran this out a little bit slow because I wanted to capture all that detail. And after the ears printed, I did find one little defect. It looks like there's a bit of under extrusion. And you can kind of see it on the back of his head. It's really tough to see on certain angles because it is a very tight layer with 0.16 millimeters. But there is a little bit of under extrusion after the ears printed, which makes sense because there's so much retraction going on with the support material and these tiny little ears. And they actually turned out really, really good. I am very surprised. The support material pulled away really easily on this model. I didn't have to struggle with it, and I didn't break any tools by removing the support material. But I don't know if you can see underneath there that it's a very clean print. It actually turned out really, really good. And like I said, the support material pulled away very, very free. And it was about a 6-hour print, so it wasn't too bad. And once we had it printed and everything was, all the support materials pulled off, I really didn't have to do much cleanup on the model. There's no stringing, there's no blobs, there's no globs. There's only that little bit of sign of under extrusion after the ears had printed. But the surface finish, it looks really, really cool. I really love this model. And this is some of that Matter Hackers Pro PLA in the color of Blond. I'm really liking this color a lot. I'm going to probably be using it a lot in the next couple of prints, so you'll probably see a lot of this print. And my gMax, of course, did such a stellar job. It picked up all the detail on his face, and you can really see it. I mean, there is such a lot, there's so much detail that Jeff put into this model, and I'm really glad I printed this out at a 0.16 millimeter layer height to capture all that detail. And I'm super happy with this print. I'm definitely going to gMaxSize this in the future because the support material that I set up is all set. I did save my factory file. So all I have to do is scale this up to the size I want, and that same support material will print exactly the same, and I'll have the same exact successful print. Well, that about wraps it up for day 240 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you guys found this episode interesting and informative. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.